Next thing we're going to talk about is this very short clip of fat stores in Asia, like plus size stores for women, that was posted, went very viral. And they had some of the names were just like Fatty Fat or BB Fat. And they just really lean into the idea that you're fat and we're not gonna tiptoe around it. You're just fat. And now this is a store you need to shop in. A lot
It's
of a lot of
interesting.
Westerners were very offended by this.
Yeah, it's interesting how, on the one hand, they are trying to pretend like, or they're trying to shove it down your throats here, right? And just have images of fat women everywhere. And it's kind of like they're trying to make you embrace it. But on the other hand, they won't even use the word fat.
In
Or they're
fairness,
not.
they think they can use the word fat.
Oh,
It's sort of
is
like
it?
the N word. It's sort of like they
Mm, mm,
they can use it, but if non-fat people use it in a pejorative, then of course it's problematic, right?
mm.
And but this is just another. Well,
Well,
you've been to
actually,
Asia a
what?
lot. Have you seen these stores? You've been to Asia way more than me,
Never. I've never seen.
so they're still probably
Oh.
rare, huh? You know why? Because
I
fat
think
people are
they're
rare in Asia.
yeah. I think these are pretty rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to date fat women, you know what to do. Get your passport. It's not that simple. You should probably also learn a language. I mean, we're Asian. We know that Asian people are like this. Even in the States, they're not very forgiving if you're fat. They will say it. Is
Do
that
they?
your experience?
I
No?
don't think I socialize enough
Hmm.
to have a good feel for this.
Well, they're much less diplomatic about it.
Hmm.
They will say you're fat. And I think it's a good thing, personally, because I used to struggle with my weight a little bit, and people calling me fat helped me. It made me realize, oh yeah, I should lose weight. Imagine if I was just allowed to, I know fat people these days, and the vast majority of them, they just lean into the whole, oh, fat is beautiful, and they post pictures of fat people and how
Ugh.
um well, a lot of them are gay too, so there's the gay culture that intersects with this, right?
Really?
Yeah, a lot of the fat people I know are gay, and they just think there's this whole culture of just being proud of whatever the fuck you are.
Hmm.
I just don't agree with that. Why am I proud of whatever the hell I am? We all can improve, and if I'm fat, this is one of the areas where I can improve. So, but that's not the culture today. You just lean into whatever you are, right? And you just think that's beautiful,
Yeah.
even if your results lie. It's almost like saying, "Oh, I have a criminal record. That's beautiful. That's wonderful." Even though every single time you apply for a job, it hurts you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you're just
It's
denying reality.
exactly. It's the loss of objective reality.
And to what end though? To make you feel better. But is that helpful? Because now you're not motivated to fix that thing. Yeah, it comes off as rude. I agree. If I were a fat person in Asia, I wouldn't love people calling me fat and making fun of me.
I
But
think you would be under a lot of pressure to lose weight.
yeah, but I'd be under pressure to lose weight. And at the end of the day, that would help me. You're healthier when you're not fat. So
Mm,
a culture that shames you for being fat at the end of the day helps you become a healthier person. Shame works. Standards work. Okay? They're not often pleasant to deal with, granted, but life is not supposed to be just pleasant all the time. That's another thing that I think that when you grow up in a rich, fat country, I yeah, you can take that both
figuratively and
ways.
literally.
Fat
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
body wise and also just fat as in, decadent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You just don't have to confront ugly truths. You can afford to just ignore them. But at the end of the day, that's not good for you and it's not good for society either. You know how many 18-year-olds are not fit for military service? I don't even know the number, but it's a alarmingly high number. So if America really had to go to a real war where people are conscripted, how many people are even capable of it?
Yeah, there's that. Have you seen that video? I think of like high school back in, I don't know, it's this black and white video of like
High
high
school back in
schoolers.
like 1940.
Yeah, something like that. It's like high school PE or something like
Right.
that.
A bunch of fucking like
And
fit teens.
exactly. I mean, they could all be in the military,
Right.
basically. Yeah.
Right.
It's,
So
it's rotten.
this idea that they kind of ridicule their fat people. I know fat people and I would never ridicule them to their face. I don't want to be rude, right? I don't want to hurt their feelings. Real human beings are a thing, and I don't, go out of my way to hurt people's feelings. However, in the macro sense, I think it is positive for societies to hold standards. Less fat people equals a healthier population. Healthier population is more capable of doing freaking anything. I get the whole I don't want to be rude to people. I understand that. You know what's funny about it? I saw, like, if you just watch the clips, right? The fat clothing that they have in these fat stores, they're not even that big, honestly. So their definition of fat is pretty much our definition of just a little fat, you know?
Yeah, it's not even close, actually. You can see there's like these photos of the so-called
They still
fat
have
people.
like a shape to them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas America fat is no shape. It's just like a mountain or a hill or a mound. Anyway,